at the Aquarium of the Pacific in beautiful Long Beach, California with my friend Carrie, and we're being surrounded and circled by a bunch of sharks. So what's going on here?
So we're in our husbandry pool with 2 of our zebra sharks.
Now, why do they call them zebra sharks when they obviously have spots?
That's a good question. Zebra sharks are actually born with stripes, so they look totally different when they're babies. As they mature, those stripes just fade away and they're left with the spotted pattern that you see on our adult.
Now we're talking about incredible eaters. How do sharks like this compare to, some of the larger species that people are afraid of?
Well, these guys eat a little bit differently. They have the same principle. It's called ampullae of Lorenzini.
Yeah?
And basically what it is...
They just eat Italian food?
It's named after the scientists that discovered it.
Okay.
But it's basically little dots around their mouth, and it senses electromagnetic fields. And all organisms, living organisms, put off an electromagnetic field. So,
including human beings?
Including human beings.
So we're giving off electricity in water around sharks that are attracted to electricity.
Basically. They have little tiny mouths, and they're like a vacuum. They slurp up their food, and then they've got little tiny teeth that they use to crush up their food. So they would eat things with hard shells like crustaceans and mollusks.
Okay, Carrie, can we feed these guys?
Yeah, we've got the food right over here.
Now, can he smell it under here? Or, because this really isn't giving off electromagnetic pulses anymore.
No, because it's not alive. Sharks have a really amazing sense of smell. They can actually smell 1 drop of blood per 1,000,000 gallons of water.
Are you serious?
So if you put 1 drop of fish blood in an Olympic-sized swimming pool, they could find it.
Now, when this guy goes by, they don't really seem that interested. I mean, we're talking about incredible eaters, and they're not eating. Oh, here we go. Oh, he clamped right onto it. Good, this gives me a chance to touch him. Wow, he feels cool.
People are afraid of sharks and think, sharks are attacking people. But in reality, for every 1 person attacked by a shark, there's 10 million sharks killed by people.
Oh, that's too bad.
So it's a pretty sad situation. And if we kind of stop eating them, give them a chance to reestablish their populations, we'll have sharks around for a lot longer.
Carrie, thank you so much. Let's continue our search for some more incredible eaters. Sawfish can live 25 to 30 years and are native to Australia. We're trying to feed one of the coolest fish that's found in the ocean. It's called a sawfish. And this one, how long is this? Maybe 10 feet long?
Yeah, probably about 10 feet.
And how long do they get, Carrie?
They can get over 20 feet.
20-foot long fish. And they're related to sharks, right?
Yeah, they're kind of halfway in between a shark and a ray.
Cool. So they're like cross between a shark and a ray. And what's so neat about a sawfish, they're an incredible eater. Not only how they eat their food, but how they initially capture it, right?
Yep.
They have this long snout with these little saw blades, which are actually their teeth, right?
Their teeth, yeah. They have about 18 to 23 pairs of teeth along that. It's called a rostral saw.
Rostral saw. And what's neat is as the fish is swimming by, and we were trying to demonstrate this, they'll take the saw blades like this and then fire to the side and hook one on the tooth. And once it's impelled a little bit, it'll then suck it underneath, almost like a vacuum cleaner.
Yep.
Now, sawfish, they look like a dinosaur. They look like they've been around for millions of years. What are some contributing factors that are making them so endangered?
Well, one of the biggest things is because of that rostral saw.
Yeah.
It makes them very vulnerable to being trapped into nets. And once they get trapped into a net, it's really hard to get them out. Most of the times the animal dies to get out of the net. They don't die because they drown, they die because their saw gets broken off, and that's what that animal relies on to eat.
Right.
So without that saw, they can't get food, and without eating, that's why they die.
Carrie, thank you so much. Let's check out some more incredible eaters. Next on Animal Exploration, when it's time to eat, this animal can't wait to sink its teeth into a nice juicy tree.